Northwestern Medicine is taking part in a global clinical trial to determine if a drug used for rheumatoid arthritis can help severe cases of COVID-19.
The drug saralumab is being given to hospitalized COVID-19 patients, and these are the most seriously ill, those who have a high chance of dying or prolonged critical care requirements. Researchers are trying to determine if the drug helps alleviate the overactive inflammatory responses in the lungs when damaged by COVID-19.
And Dr. Richard Wunderink is a pulmonary and critical care specialist and the director, of the medical intensive care unit at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. He's joining us now. Dr. Wunderink, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Where do we stand right now on these clinical trials with saralumab?
So the saralumab trial is one of two randomized controlled trials going on here at Northwestern. This is a trial that's looking at trying to damp down the excessive inflammatory response that we see in patients with COVID-19 infections. So we borrowed the drug from rheumatoid arthritis patients who also have a more chronic inflammation, but it's trying to block interleukin-6, one of the very important molecules that causes inflammation. And there's some good data that suggests this is a key component of the response in COVID-19 infections.
Right, you touched on it there. This isn't a drug that's going after the coronavirus. This is helping alleviate the lung issues that are brought about by the coronavirus, correct?
Exactly, that's correct. It's not an antiviral. It's actually trying to block what is part of the normal response to an infection, but it appears that in COVID-19 infections, we get this excessive response that some people have called a cytokine storm that leads to many organs being damaged, as well as the lungs, so kidneys, even the heart, muscles, a variety of other organs.
Do we know how it's working right now? Because how many people would you say are in your trial right now, or can you say?
So we've got more than 1,200 patients have been enrolled in this trial. Wow. So it started as a safety first trial, just making sure that this drug was safe in a very different population than it had been studied in previously. And we're past that point. We've got 1,200 patients around the US who've been enrolled, and the Data Safety Monitoring Board said to keep going with the trial, that there was no safety signal. So now we're trying to prove that it actually leads to a difference. So this is a randomized double-blind controlled trial. So 20% of our patients don't get active drug. The others get one of two doses of the drug to see if there's a benefit.
So I'm guessing when patients are at this stage, you probably get a larger number of people who are willing to take part just because of the situation they're in. But there are some things you really have to be careful with here, right? Because it does compromise the immune system?
Yes, so this is actually a very traumatic time for families. We only rarely can get consent from the patient themselves. Many of them are already intubated and on breathing machines. So, in addition to having to deal with the fact that their loved one is now on a breathing machine, and oftentimes we're trying to talk to them early in this process. So it's not an easy decision for families, and we truly appreciate their willingness to try to find what may be an effective therapy for this. And there are risks that are associated with it that we need to be very careful of, and that's part of the reason for the double-blind and randomized with the placebo component, is to make sure that we're not actually making patients worse with this drug than the placebo.
Thank you so much, and good luck with this trial.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Richard Wunderink.
Thank you, Doctor.